What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today is Tuesday. That means it's time for the weekly Nightfall Strike solo run. One of my favorite videos to do every week. I have a good time with this one because it allows me to kind of get stuff off my chest in a more long form type of format. It's a really good time. So anyway, let's take a look at the modifiers. We got Epic, we got Nightfall. Those are going to be there every week. We got Void Burn and Solar Burn. So this really opens up some options as far as what kind of weaponry you want to bring. And of course, anytime Solar Burn is on, everybody's going to bring in the Gjallarhorn. I'm not this week. I'm going to switch up my inventory a little bit, and I'll show you what that is in a second here. We've also got Grounded. I think this is the least fun modifier that Bungie has ever put into these games. I can't stand this one, but it's there, so you got to take it into account. You're really going to want to stay on the ground and not be jumping around because you take a ton of extra damage while you're in the air. All right, so as far as my loadout goes, I switched things up a little bit here. I went with the Jewel of Osiris solar version. Not because it's the best choice, just because I felt like using it. Just for funsies. Next, I went to Icebreaker. This, again, was just for fun. It's been a while since I've used the Icebreaker. I just felt like bringing it into a Nightfall. It used to be my Nightfall go-to, but that's really changed over time. This thing's getting nerfed in a little bit, so I just figured, now's as good a time as any. Let's bring that in. And then I went with the Hunger of Crota. It does a little more damage than a standard rocket launcher, so it's a good second choice to Gjallarhorn. My recommendation would be any Void or Solar primary, probably Black Hammer here, and then obviously the Gjallarhorn here. I went with the Defender Titan and the Helm of Saint 14, so I have a little more protection when I'm using the Ward of Dawn. Hopefully I won't die inside of my own bubble. So that's going to do it, guys. Let's fly on down and get this thing started. All right, guys, we have landed on the moon. It's time to get the strike started. I'm looking forward to this one. It should be more difficult than what we've seen from the Taken King's Nightfalls in the past. First of all, these Shriekers are super deadly. They're doing Void Burn. And they're very angry for some reason today. So we're just going to try and run past them as fast as possible. Next, we've got a couple of knights here. A wizard, some thralls. Nothing too bad, so we're just going to try and take these guys out from afar. But they're all doing arc damage, so they shouldn't be too bad. There's probably another knight up there. Yeah, there he is. And one more Curse Thrall. And that should do it. We'll pick up a little ammo. Anybody drop any? And I am going to go right ahead and pop a heavy. I'll be using a lot of heavy for this strike. So the more I can use, the better off I am. As far as these guys go, I'm just gonna bust past them. They're busy fighting each other, the Hive and the Fallen, so they're not real worried about me. And this next area up here, the tricky part is taking care of the captain. Hopefully this captain I can take care of like right off the bat here. If not, he could take a while. Yeah, and he escaped. The problem with the captain, you should be able to kill him in 3 shots, but he warps around so much and gets his shield back so frequently that he can be a real pain in the neck. So he does do Solar Burn, and he can kill you pretty quickly. So we want to be pretty careful. Alright, that was nice. He kind of just stayed there for a little bit. And we'll just pretty much snipe away at the rest of this area. When Taniks comes out, we're going to try and stun lock him with our sniper rifle so he can't shoot back. And he shouldn't be too much of an issue either. Probably a sniper over here. Back off. I do love the Jewel of Osiris and its solar. If you don't have the Jewel, you know, you can use the Word of Crota. You can use basically any solar or void primary that you've collected through raids or through the Trials of Osiris. That's one of the nice things about getting kind of dual burns. The real issue is the guys that do solar burn in the strike, like Taniks himself, they do a lot of it in like big bunches, so you gotta be pretty careful. Normally we run this and it's arc burn. So it's kind of like the opposite people you have to be worried about here. Alright, there's Taniks himself. I'm going to try and stun lock him before he even gets a chance to teleport. Alright, he's immune, so I'm just going to back off until he teleports away. He will continue to shoot until he's all the way gone. But all in all, that room's really not that difficult.
Taniks has called you out, Guardian. You are challenged.
And the next room isn't hard either. It's not really till we get to the Devil Walker that we really start running into relatively hard content. So to open up this room, we basically are going to come over here. As soon as this door opens, I'll huck a grenade. And then I'm going to back off to this door, wait on Taniks to come to the middle, and hopefully stun lock him again. And the more I can stun lock him, the easier this strike is going to be, right? The more often I can do that, the better off I'm going to be. Because I could be doing damage to him, he can't be doing damage to me. These shanks are so easy. Normally shanks are a pain in the neck because we've got arc burn, they're doing arc damage, and they got solar shields. So their shields take multiple shots to get down. Meanwhile, there's swarms of them just shooting at you. But this week they're super easy. These captains are my next priority. I want to try and just 3-shot kill these guys before they can do any damage to me. Where'd he go? But of course, you got to worry about them warping around. But that wasn't too bad. So now we'll just clean up the rest of the ads and we'll be done with this room as well. Gotta love auto aim on hand cannons. It's crazy how good it is. Sticking pretty much to primary here. Can use sniper rifle if I want. I am using the icebreaker, so it's not really a big deal. Let's see if I can pop these guys out of it there with a grenade. Well, I kind of literally did pop them out with a grenade. There he goes. So, some of you may have noticed that I wasn't around this weekend. I didn't post any content this weekend. No Beastly Thoughts show. No kind of Saturday content. And that was because I went on vacation. Flew down to Florida for the weekend to visit family. My grandparents, who I hadn't actually seen in probably about 6 years, which is way too long. And my father and my aunt as well. And it was a nice break. It was only, you know, it was only a couple-day vacation. But it felt great. You know, it felt good to just kind of reset the mind, not think about the same stuff you think about on a daily basis. And just kind of get, like, I don't know a better way to say it other than like kind of a brain reset. You know, instead of thinking about all the new House of Wolves or Taken King info that's coming out from Game Informer, I was thinking about the beach and, you know, relaxing stuff. And it was really nice. I felt, even though it was a couple days, I came back and I felt really refreshed. And I'm glad about that. I was tired from traveling so much in 2 days, but like mind-wise, I just felt refreshed, and that was nice. So for this fight, basically my concern is ads. I don't really worry about the Devil Walker a whole lot because I use a method where I just kind of stay in this corner, and as long as I'm somewhat careful, he doesn't really get to me. He can't shoot me while I'm kind of backed up here. I do have to risk a little bit to shoot at him, but it's really not too bad. But the ads will get you. So you have to be worried about ads. And the first round of ads that we're really concerned about is right there. There's going to be another captain kind of to his left and below him. Oh, he dropped heavy. That's nice. And there's a bunch of vandals down there, too, that also are doing solar damage. So we've got to be somewhat careful here. But luckily we got Icebreaker, and that's wrecking face pretty good right now. If you can get rid of these guys down here, you're going to make your life a little bit easier as well. Sometimes they can be pretty tricky to take out. They just hide very well. But I can't see them right now. So basically we'll get another round of ads every time I do like a round of damage on them. But as long as we're careful, as long as we don't take any risks, as long as we realize that we need to stop doing damage on the tank to take care of ads, we should be pretty safe. And if we do run into trouble, I'll use the Ward of Dawn. Alright, our first round of ads is out. Exploder Shanks. When I run into problems with these Exploder Shanks, it's always because I didn't reload enough, and they're just able to get to me while I'm reloading. Alright, we should be able to get another round of damage on him. I'm going to wait for him to fire one more time. Pop up. Alright, I just saw some more Exploder Shanks coming in. So unfortunately I'm going to miss out on being able to crit him. That's alright. I'm not real concerned about doing enough damage to him. Surviving is my main concern. Alright, we should hear him charge up in a second here. Alright, we got another round. And I'm going to use my bubble. take out this captain. Alright, that was pretty good. I'm out of heavy, so I'm going to pop another heavy. And that should be enough to finish him off. Ah. I was hoping I could get that annoying guy down there. He should be just about dead at this point. But we got another round of ads, so let's take these guys out. You can tell when I'm in try-hard mode because I get much more quiet. Alright, so now we gotta just worry about the ads that are gonna kind of come out that hallway there, which shouldn't be a big issue. I'm gonna run around, grab some ammo. I'm gonna need some heavy for the Taniks fight. So if I could refill my heavy from drops, I'd be happy. Otherwise, I'm gonna use another one right now, another heavy crate right now, so that I can use one during the fight. Obviously, Galahorn would get this job done a lot faster, but, you know, I find that just running Galahorn all the time gets pretty boring. So I'm just kind of mixing it up for fun. So I only have 3 rockets. I am going to use a heavy. My cooldown is still 250. That makes me sad. So maybe what I'll do is use a combination of heavy and icebreaker instead. Alright, so next, Taniks is going to spawn right there. I'm going to run basically to that box, turn around as fast as I can, try and get out of there, and then I'm hopefully going to be able to just stun lock him again to get him to the final boss fight area. Alright, he's immune, so I'm out of here. Wow, I gotta remember not to jump. That is... It's just hard to remember, you know? You're so used to kind of jumping out of danger. But it just does so much more extra damage when you do it. I really don't like that grounded perk, especially against enemies that do explosive damage. Alright, my guess is that I did enough damage there to get him to actually go all the way down. So I shouldn't run into any resistance in these tunnels. Alright, Black Hammer would be a really good choice here. You can basically stun lock him very quickly. I'm going to stick with Icebreaker just to switch it up a little bit. But basically, I'm going to use this hallway as my safe area. If I can't kill him before the ads spawn in, then I'm going to have to fight the ads. And most of them are going to be Shanks is what I'm going to have to worry about, which shouldn't be too difficult, considering how easy they are to kill. But the captains are going to be difficult. So we'll use a Ward Dawn against the captains and hopefully survive it. So you got to kind of run down these steps to actually spawn the encounter. And as soon as he spawns in, I'm going to try and stun lock him. I missed. I think I can get to him through there. So he already went down, it looks like. Yeah, there he is. So I am going to have to do the ads, because I wasn't able to get that done. Black Hammer probably would have gotten it done. Ah, come on. Got him. Nice. Alright, so I didn't have to fight the captains. That's a big relief. Captains are probably the most dangerous thing you'll have to face in that room.
Notorious mercenary.
But we're all good. So now, it's all about the loot. It's all about the booty, baby. Give me that booty. Pretty stressful strike, I think. You know, because there's so many things that have solar damage that can kill you really, really quick. So I find it to be a relatively stressful set of modifiers on this strike. But a good one. I think with 3 people, it's not going to be a big deal, right? Because there's not enough enemies like that are firing all at your fire team to kill you all at once. But with 1 person, with any one thing being able to kill you pretty quick, it's pretty stressful. All right. Oh, we got an engram. Okay, I'll go to the reef and decrypt that engram for you. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I have landed at the reef. It's time to unveil our reward from our Nightfall. Let's go over to Master Ives here and see what we got. The Chosen. I don't know what that is. Is that the Future War Call sniper rifle? I don't think it's very good if it's that. Let's see. Low impact. Shooting any type of ammo picks it up. Reloading this weapon has a chance to grant a larger than normal magazine. I gotta say, I'm pretty good on sniper rifles at this point. I can't imagine that I'm gonna like this thing much at all. I generally don't really love the fast rate of fire sniper rifles because what I've got is already so good. So I'll probably delete this, but not a big deal. Got the reward, I got the experience, I finished the Nightfall solo, I feel good about that. I think that's gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.